I've been telling you they were in a panic. I've been telling you guys the woke media is shook. They are scared. They are terrified, and they are trying to project their fears, their concerns onto you, hoping that you will board the Bruce caboose and vote for Cam Harris. Like I said yesterday, it seems like every day things go from bad to worse for the leader of the cackling choir. Cam's poll numbers, they are receding faster than the Wicked Weave's hairline. Support amongst women, declining. Support from black men, declining. Support from Hispanics, declining. Support amongst white men, non-existent, almost. And that last demographic, the white men, that is who Joy Reid is trying to blame for this disaster, which shouldn't be all that surprising, especially to those in this audience. We have been covering the diabolical musings of the matriarch of mythical racism since she premiered in primetime on MSNBC 4 years ago. I think it's ironic that Joy Reid and her pretend friends in the mainstream media, they are subtly blaming this disastrous campaign on white dudes. You're going to see in this clip here in just a few minutes, it's the white man's fault that Cam Harris is losing. It's the white man's fault that voters and common sense thinkers have decided on their own that they don't want to live through another 4 years of absolute misery. Now, there were some key words in that statement. Decided on their own. As you guys know, making your own decisions, that is forbidden. If you read the fine print in the woke commandments, you will find that under no circumstances are you allowed to think for yourself. If you're in the mood to think, you are required to rely on the experts. Experts like Joy Reid, who are paid millions of dollars every year in woke welfare to brainwash you. Experts like Joy Reid, who are paid to indoctrinate you and demand that you vote exactly how you were instructed. It's for your own good, peasant. I graduated with a PhD in LGBT from Woke U. I drive a Rubbermaid broom. I'm important. I think it's ironic that they're trying to blame white men. They're trying to blame the orange man. And who knows? Wouldn't shock me if they tried to blame Vlad Putin and the illusion of Russian collusion. They are trying to blame everyone else for this disaster, except the one person who is potentially responsible. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Isn't Barry the Obama one of the leaders of the Democratic Party? Wasn't Barry allegedly involved in convincing our former fearless leader Johnny B. Biden to slowly step aside so he doesn't hurt himself and allow Cam Harris to take over? Wasn't Barry involved in that decision? So I'm struggling to understand how it could possibly be my fault. I'm struggling to understand how it could possibly be the Trumpers' fault that Cam Harris is an unmitigated disaster. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Let's go and get to the sponsor for today's video, Soul Dog USA. Even though cat ladies at Woke United Methodists like to claim that Garfield is man's best friend, we all know that distinction really belongs to dogs. Now, you can do or say whatever the hell you want to me, but you can't do shit to my girls chewing Oreo. My friends at Soul Dog USA, they feel the same way about their dogs. Soul Dog USA is an animal-loving, patriotic clothing brand. If you like the open road and enjoy your God-given American freedoms, Soul Dog USA has the apparel for you. They've got patriotic hats, hoodies, shirts, and huggers for the patriotic adult beverage of your choice. So click the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL10, BTL10. Save 10% off your first purchase with Soul Dog USA. Monday night on her primetime dump on MSNBC, which, by the way, how in the hell is Joy Reid pulling 2 million viewers for some of her episodes? Are there really that many people in this country who are completely lost? Are there really 2 million people who are unwilling to think for themselves? Monday night on her primetime dump, Joy Reid, She was complying with the directives from deacons at Woke United Methodist and instilling fear in her audience. Oh my, this is so dangerous! Democracy is at stake! Adolf, Germany, Vlad Putin, Russian interference, Orange Man bad! There are so many threats, I don't know where to begin! Oh God! Oh. Our bundle of joy claimed that normal people are laying the foundation for what she called Insurrection 2.0, Insurrection Dos. Joy Reid claimed pollsters are trying to gain favor with the Trumper by influencing the polls in his favor. According to our favorite broom rider, the Orange Man is pissed off because Cam Harris raised $1 billion. Donnie is also mad because our risen queen is receiving positive media coverage. Cam could raise $1 trillion and I don't think she would still have a chance to win this election. Donations from woke corporations, that does not buy competence. Donations from woke corporations, that doesn't magically erase the last 3.5 years of misery. Cam Harris receiving positive media coverage, that is the expectation. But even some of her pretend friends in the mainstream media, they have turned their back on the Supreme Commander. Joy Reid unleashed a tirade Monday night filled with lies and propaganda. But there was one thing I noticed throughout her tirade. There was something that was glaringly obvious. You could see it in her eyes. Joy Reid is terrified, and she is projecting her fears onto you. Watch for yourself.
What Trump and J.D. Vance and House and Senate Republicans are running is a massive disinformation campaign. And they're doing it with violent, terrifying, and sometimes bizarre conspiracy theories that set the table for maybe armed resistance to a Kamala Harris win or mass acceptance of American fascism. Trump and Republicans, backed by far right-wing billionaires like Elon Musk and right-wing media and anti-woman manosphere podcasts, are creating social media or gaming social media apps like X Twitter in Trump's favor and pumping disinformation into the brains of Trump supporters. Not quite foreign interference, but not exactly different from what Vladimir Putin would do. We do have a fascist groundswell in parts of this country, mainly among white men, let's be clear, but in small pockets among black and brown men, too. Donald Trump is not running a normal election. He's talking America into damn near a civil war to terrify voters into supporting him.
Did you see the fear? Did you notice the projection? Towards the end of the clip, Joy Reid claimed, Trump is trying to scare you into voting for him. It's not right, damn it! Isn't that exactly what you're doing? Isn't that exactly what the mainstream media is doing and has been doing for the past 3, 4, 5, 6 months? It all started with Johnny B. Biden. They were trying to scare us into supporting our former fearless leader. Remember all the claims that Trump was a threat to democracy? Trump is the modern day Adolf? I'm sure they prefer to compare him to Vlad Putin, but since the illusion of Russian collusion was debunked, that lie is no longer effective. Joy Reid also complained about Twitter being used to spread misinformation. Ooh, the dangers of misinformation. Or is it disinformation? Malinformation? I can't remember. It's hard to keep up with all these woke boner words. You know, it's strange. I don't remember our bundle of joy complaining about Twitter when it was a woke paradise. I don't remember hearing complaints about Twitter when it was filled with far-left propaganda. And the thing is, and I can't believe I'm about to say this, Joy Reid is not necessarily wrong. Twitter is filled with false information. I receive emails on a daily basis with people wanting me to talk about something they saw on Twitter. In most cases, it takes me all of 5 minutes to figure out it's complete bullshit. And other people, they can do the same thing. But let me ask you something. What is the difference between Twitter and the mainstream media. What is the difference between Twitter and MSNBC? To me, there is no difference. The only difference is one is a baked turd and MSNBC is a polished turd. Just because you put an extra coat of polish on your lies, it doesn't make it the truth. Joy Reid is not the only member of the legacy media pushing a false message of fear. Chris Wallace at CNN, he is doing the same thing. KC, who in the hell is Chris Wallace? You don't remember Wallace Chrissy? Not to be confused with the more famous Chrissy, Chris Cuomo. Hey, it's me, Chrissy C! It's understandable if you don't remember Wallace. He had a much higher profile when he was working at Fox News, but for the past few years, Wallace has been completely buried on the Cemetery News Network, where they have been preparing his plot in the woke cemetery so his career can rest next to the career of his bestie, the donut diva Brian Stelter. According to Chris Wallace, Donnie's afraid of Cam Harris. That's why he won't debate her. That's why he's been hiding. Donnie is scared. It's really unfair when you think about it. This is an act of plagiarism. Donnie stole this campaign strategy from Johnny B. Biden. Yeah, Chris Wallace is right. Well, I mean, he's partially right. Donald Trump is not afraid of Cam Harris. Hell, a three-legged Cocker Spaniel is not afraid of Commander Cam. But Chris Wallace is right. Donald Trump has been hanging in the shadows. He has been sitting back. He has been giving Cam Harris the mainstream spotlight and watching while she completely destroys her campaign. Basically, Donald Trump is doing exactly what he needs to be doing. Like I told you guys months ago, the only thing Donald Trump had to do to win this election is nothing. It does not matter how creative the media gets with their lies. Doesn't matter how much polish they put on the turd. Doesn't matter how many times Cam Harris shifts her positions to the center. The reason the media is panicking, the reason Joy Reid is terrified, they have come to the harsh realization that there is absolutely nothing they can do. There is nothing they can do to disguise the fact that people are struggling. There is nothing they can do to disguise the fact that a lot of people are broke. And there's nothing they can do to convince people that Donald Trump can't help because he's already proven that he can. Give me your thoughts on this. Joy Reid unleashes another tirade. 4 years ago, this might have been effective. 4 years ago, Joy Reid and her pretend friends in the media, they had some influence. Today, I don't think it means a damn thing. You know why they complain so much about social media, YouTube, Twitter? Because independent content creators, they have taken their influence. Do you agree? Has the media lost a lot of its influence? Sound off in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share the video. Appreciate your support. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, and I'll see you guys later.